Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the South American country of Argentina and its capital city, Buenos Aires. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Aviators of Orlando taking on the Golden Eagles of Buenos Aires. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Argentina. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
Truly one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league, who's willing to do whatever it takes to win and plays through a lot of adversity and continues to do it at a high level in his high 30s. Trying to make another run to the Super Bowl here in his 17th season.
Stafford going to throw from the outset. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Stafford. He'll swing this out to Jenkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Boy, fingers crossed here, first quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Yeah, he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On the play. That's good for a Buenos.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Stafford.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
Complete to Trey McBride. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Jenkins.
And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
This is taken at the 15. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Good for Orlando. First down. A gain of 12. And an Orlando first down.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4.
Pick up at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown.
Ricky Pearsall.
64 yards.
And the Aviators will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The quick feet by Jackson.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Buenos Aires offense back out now.
And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins.
2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a first carry for their fullback. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, I mean, who would have thought this? A team based in South America, this inaugural season, these folks so excited, and with good reason. This is the NFL continuing to show that it's not just an American pastime, really becoming a global game, and what an addition to the league this will be.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 45-yard line.
To throw is Stafford.
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because There's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And in Orlando,
To throw, Mayfield.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
at the 33-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Orlando with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Mayfield.
Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. He's got room to roam.
And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line.
It's a gain of 33. That's good for an Orlando first down.
Swift. Touchdown. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Now Jones.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Buenos Aires about set for another try on offense.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Well, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Throwing to Stafford.
And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
Oh, nice move. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
62 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
That's another Orlando first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Open man to tight end Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's fourth down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Buenos is about set for another try on offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
just
called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now it's Stafford.
Short one here, caught by McBride.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
It's a gain of 3.
And 3rd and 8 now. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Buenos Aires first down. First and 10 of the 36.
How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Now Stafford.
Checks it down to Jenkins.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Stafford now to throw.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the gun, Mayfield.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Orlando, first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Aviators.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed by.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. 2nd and 10.
Mayfield to throw it.
He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson.
And touchdown!
Wan'Dale Robinson.
43 yards.
And the Aviators are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Golden Eagles, nothing.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Adoree Jackson on the return.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This offense back to work now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want quarterback Smokey and the Bandit there. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Myers. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's another.
The final shot before the break. Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Today is the day, the debut of our new halftime show. Buckle up, everyone. I think you're going to like it. Our trip around the NFL starts now in one of the toughest divisions in football, the NFC East. And this one, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. This'll wind up a touchdown. The Voyagers wind up winning this one in front of the home crowd to begin the new season. Next up, it's the next matchup in the NFL International Series games. And it's a man, when he gets going, is one of the best in the game, Jonathan Taylor. He'll find an opening, and he's gone 20 yards on the touchdown. The Redwoods come away with a victory. They win by 6. Lastly, let's squeeze in one more. And this is Brock Purdy. He's got nobody open, so he'll just hot-foot it himself. 7 yards for the touchdown. The Monarchs come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. And time now for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the NFL. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Now a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
That is caught. McMillan with it.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Big Kenny Clark that time, pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
17 yards. That's good.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Henry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
That's another Orlando first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here's Swift.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Aviators are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
After right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Looking to put a drive together. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Now a play fake it at Stafford.
A short one here, caught by McBride.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 4.
Here's Stafford. Caught. It's Wilson. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Gets past one man. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return.
Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
Always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Mayfield off the play fake.
That's into the hands of Buenos on the right side.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
First down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Aviators.
They go play action. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Mayfield now. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
First down. A gain of 22 yards.
To throw, Mayfield. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Mayfield looks to throw. That is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for Orlando. First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right on the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can...
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. DeAndre Swift with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Aviators extend their lead yet again.
Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
The quick feed by Jackson.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Buenos Aires offense back out now. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So, you know, the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Now Stafford.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
That is Joshua Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another fourth down.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
The Aviators offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing in cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Play fake. Mayfield. Complete to Washington. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That's good for an Orlando first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up.
But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now a give right side Swift. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest.
Right back to him on 1st down. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's a gain of 3.
Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
His guys take
The Buenos Aires offense back out now. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Stafford.
Checks it down to Jenkins.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Stafford now to throw. And he completes it to Wilson. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping them from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. This is fielded at the 27. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return.
The Aviators offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. They run out of the gun with Swift.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Left side, he's got Robinson.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he's on here to punt it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
The Buenos Aires offense back out now. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Stafford.
That's complete to McBride.
And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
1st down.
Now it's Stafford.
Goes right back to McBride. 2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To the air again, Stafford. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
That's good for a Buenos Aires first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing is Stafford. And now the ball's out. Fumbled near midfield. It's going the other way. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0.
Orlando takes back over on offense. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Well, he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
the 30-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
For the winning team here, Charles, and that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed asleep.
So for Orlando, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for Buenos Aires,
they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.